Hi everybody, welcome to the show Dish of the Day. I am your host, Liz Fusato. Well, summer's here, summer's coming, it's on its way. We've had some fabulous weather, and summer's all about, and you've seen, I've been on here for quite a while now, but in case you're just tuning in now, I always like to do a show that's seasonal. So in come all the beautiful fruits of the summer, and in abundance. We are blessed here in Ontario. We have some gorgeous fruits coming from spring to fall. So today, what I thought I would do, one of the things that it's a great time of year. You want to sit outside. You don't want to do perhaps a long-term cook in the house. So I came up with a great sandwich. I'm sure it's been done, or perhaps someone else has done it before. So this is my take on it. And we're going to be starting off today with a pear, and I'm using Gouda cheese in my sandwich as a grilled cheese. We're going to be topping it with some cinnamon sugar, and then I'll be whipping up a quick, let's see, sweet mayonnaise. Not using mayonnaise though, so that we'll be able to dip our sandwich into that if we wish. So to start with, let's get our pan ready. We want it to be, a medium heat. We don't want it too hot, because with grilled cheese, and I'm sure, if you've made many, if it's too hot, burning, the inside's not melting. So let's keep that at a nice medium heat. Let's get that started. I might add some more butter, depends depends on how I'm feeling, but I like to butter the bread myself and then lay it flat. Okay, so but what I want to do first, pear and Gouda. This is my other pastime, in case you don't know. I've been practicing calligraphy for the last year. So I just think, you know what, if you're going to do a great party, if you can, but you can download these. So if you don't necessarily have to do it by hand, I just happen to enjoy doing it. So so let's make some signage when we have guests over, in case they don't know what they're eating. You can help them out. So let's start off. I have some beautiful pears. You don't want them overly ripe. They're gonna be too mushy. And you know what? Peel or no peel? That is the question. The answer is you do what you like to do. I don't mind the little bit of peel. So these have been washed. I'm just gonna cut the cap off, the little hat. We'll set that aside, and the bottom as well. So those two go. Let's remove the sticker. No one wants a sticker in their sandwich. So straight down, right? When you cut the bottom off, what happens, if you don't, it starts to wobble, and then makes it very difficult to cut. So remember, I'm not coring this. So you have to kind of cut around the core, as I'm doing. You're gonna just cut around it. If you have any little animals around the house, like chickens, little chickens or whatever, please keep these little scraps. They love them. They love them, love them, love them. Let's set those aside. So again, as I mentioned, you know what? Peel or no peel, it's up to you. But you want a nice uniform thickness throughout the sandwich. And I'm making two. I'm going to attempt to make two. Okay, and so there you go. Like that's pretty uniform, I would say. So I would say to make two sandwiches, you're definitely gonna need at least 1.5 pear. So again, with the other piece, we're going to slide down. I love using a little paring knife. It's my favorite tool. And there we go. Section number 2, and then number 3. The nice part about this sandwich too is that you can make this part ahead of time. This can be done ahead of time. So we can get the sandwiches, have them ready, buttered. You can plate them, put them in the fridge, wrap them up. When the guests start showing up, away you go. Or if there's no guests, if it's just yourself, you can have one when you come home from work. It's ready to go when you are done, when you're done work. So like I said, I decided to use a Gouda. Brie is delicious with this as well. And you know, the other option is you can use apples. You don't necessarily have to go for pear if you don't like it. I've even seen they do like a berry compote with cheese. I'm sure it's good. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I'm not going to be shredding this. I like this. I'm going to be slicing these pieces. Again, you don't want too thick of a slice, but you don't want to be cheap either. And just go down, and I like the slicing. It just gives a different, I don't know, texture. Shredding's great too. You can use shred. This is just my personal favorite. And Gouda is a nice mild cheese. It also has a great pull, great string factor, if you're into that. And apparently, people film themselves doing it all the time. And it's a big hit on the internet. All right. Again, another thing, I mean, in Ontario, man, you can get some great cheeses. Lots of beautiful cheeses available right here for us as well. And this is actually a great dish for, like if you're doing like a wedding shower, or you can have a bunch of these made ready to go. They're great for showers too. I did like a bridal shower, a baby shower. Say you're doing a brunch theme. You can have all this all ready to go, and away you go. You can whip this up real quick, really nice. So as I mentioned, I'm going to turn this heat up just a wee bit. I'm going to be buttering the outside of my bread. This is this is called a calabrese bread. So lots of holes. It's not too thick. So and it makes a beautiful, beautiful crunch. Because I've had this many times. I've been into making my own bread at home, which is really nice. This is very similar to that bread. Really love it. Very easy. So butter side down. Let's turn this up just a wee bit. So butter side down. And let's go in with our second piece. Yeah, so there's a great recipe out there. It's called the no-knead bread. It's called the no-knead bread. And it's literally no kneading. No kneading. And if you see it, try it. You'll love it. It's fabulous. Okay, so there. The side is down with the butter. So now we're going to lay our cheese. Oh, now what I would have liked to have done also is I like to add some fig jam to this. You can get some great fig jams out there. So you would add a layer of fig jam, then add the cheese. Okay, and then we're going to go with a layer of our pears. Delish. Whoop. And I'd say these bigger sandwiches like I'm doing now, this would make like you can cut it into 3 pieces. Like it'll do perfect. It'll look perfect. So there we go. And let's put another, let's not waste. I'm going to go in with some cinnamon sugar. And just sprinkle some of that. Don't need to add any salt to this. And you're like, salt? You know, some fruit. If you if you're working with fruit, sometimes salt does help bring out that flavor. I've said it many, many times. But the cheese is going to do that for you. That was my point. Okay, there we go. So now, while that is cooking away at the bottom, let's get our tops ready, and let's make sure we butter the right side. And that's going to go like so. Perfect. Oops. There we go. And bread number 2. There we go. And I mean, hey, if you can use, if you're not good with butter, you can use the vegan spread. That works just as well. You know, I just find the butter just tastes really, really great. I absolutely love it with this. Okay, now these are going to do their thing. And like I said, let it take its time. You don't want it to overheat. And then also on this, hold on. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, so it's just taking its time. It's doing its thing. So we need for us to do our thing, right? Okay, so let me clean up just a wee bit here while it's doing its thing. I did come up with a quick little recipe. And once this is cooked, I'll show you what it looks like anyway. I did come up with a quick little recipe earlier today. And the reason why I didn't put it on my show is I haven't quite perfected it. But it's wonderful. And it does showcase berries. And it does showcase another thing, chocolate. So what I did, oh, and sorry, just don't ever forget that you are worthy, okay? Another reminder, you are worthy. So these are chocolate cups that I've made. And there they are. I'm just going to put them in the container. They're just lined cupcake cups. You line it with the chocolate, and then you peel the cupcake part, the cupcake holder off, and then we're going to pipe in a beautiful peanut butter. It's got peanut butter. It's got cream cheese. It has. It also has. Oh my gosh, powdered sugar and a bit of vanilla. So that's going to get piped in there. Hey guys, so stay tuned. We're going to finish off these sandwiches, and then we're going to start our crumble. And I'm going to finish off these for you as well. The chocolate peanut butter, yum. Stay tuned, guys.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
This summer,
get ready to fall in love.
We've seen hookups, breakups, and everything in between.
the hottest shows
I'm here to find my husband.
I could have my happily ever after.
are on City TV.
Name something.
Marijuana.
Marijuana.
Weed.
You are each related to a celebrity. You must uncover everyone else's identity.
Yes, I will do your prank.
It's happening! I didn't expect to have so much fun.
It's all new all summer long on City TV.
That was hot.
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Allison.
Coming up on the next episode, we're talking about anxiety.
Yes, we're going to educate parents what you need to know and how you can effectively deal with it.
That's only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for staying tuned. Okay, so I was just finishing off my experimental chocolate peanut butter. So here it is. I'm just going to show it to you. So there it is. It is, like I said, the muffin things, the liners. I coated it with chocolate, peeled it off once it hardened, and then I filled it with a peanut butter. It's got peanut butter, cream cheese, icing sugar, and some vanilla. Piped it in. Then I made a little summer fruit compote, just some great summer fruits, just a little bit of sugar, and then I topped it with a little fragment of chocolate. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and I think that's a winner. I love it. But you know what? I have to just do one little thing. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of gold flecks on there. Make them look special. And then on that one as well. Just some little gold sparkles. And I also did some powdered sugar. So powdered sugar and some gold sparkles. Look at that. What a beautiful presentation. And it's showcasing some beautiful fruit as well. All right, let's go back to our grilled cheese sandwiches, which have finally did their thing. They took their time, which is fine. However, what I discovered was, yes, I needed to add a little more butter to the pan. Oh, it was driving me nuts. So let's cut these into 3. Oh, nice. 1, 2, and 3. The pull, it's happening right here, guys. So 1, let's do a nice presentation. Let's pretend we're serving this to the queen, who is no one other than ourselves, or a king. So let's cut that, put that there. And the next thing, if you can stick around, I promise you, you'll love it. Beautiful peach and blueberry crumble. I actually know, yeah, a crumble. So 1, 2, and 3. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Needs a little bit of, where are you? Oh gosh, I don't know where it went, but that's okay. That's okay, I'll find it. I wanted to do a dust of icing sugar, but there is a little dip that I'm gonna make super quick, and then we're on to our next recipe. So this goes with our delicious pear. That is some sour cream. Look at some beautiful honey, sour cream. This is what aprons are for. I'm gonna add some cinnamon sugar, and I'm actually gonna sprinkle some of that on the top of this as well. We're gonna add some cinnamon sugar, and then some, I have some thyme. The little leaves, I'm just gonna throw a couple in there. We don't wanna overpower it, but just wanna add a bit, and that's a beautiful, herbs are out like crazy, right? For the summer, fall, so just a little bit, otherwise they're gonna overpower the dip. And we're just gonna give that a nice little mix. This is so delicious. I've tried, and you can dip those sandwiches. You can serve it with this on the side. Okay, sour cream, honey, thyme, and cinnamon sugar dip. Beautiful. Okay, so that's gonna go with our sandwiches. Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's get on to let's do our thing here. We are going to be making a berry and peach compote. Crumble. What are we going to start with? We're going to start with our fruits. And here I just have a nice container of blueberries. Everything cooks down, so don't be shy about being generous. They've been washed, they're nice and clean. And then, of course, we have some peaches. Peaches that have been, so about 6 peaches. Let me move this aside here. All right. So we're going to do our peaches, and we're going to cut them up. They're going to go in there like so. And yeah, I'm not putting these in a mixing bowl. They're going right from the cutter, the cutting board right into the bowl. This calls for about 6 peaches, okay? And yes, they have to be peeled. Cannot have that. The skin's just too fuzzy, shall we say. Is that a good term? Fuzzy, fuzzy. Peaches are in season in Ontario. I've done shows on the Ontario peaches. I always include that in my summertime. We've done crepes. It's just such a versatile fruit. Just perfect summer fruit. Okay, and we're going to continue to cut these. Look at, we don't need another bowl, right? You don't need another bowl. Let's just make sure everything gets mixed in there. Now the crumble will need, the fruit will cook down, meaning that it will require some sort of a thickener. If you've made pies, you know what I'm talking about. Thickener meaning I'm going to be adding some sugar and then a few teaspoons of flour, and that's going to get all mixed together. There. Perfect. And in with my last peach. So 6 peaches and a nice container of blueberries. And those all go in there. Perfect. That would just sell on its own, I'd say. Okay, so what this needs now, we have a bit of sugar. Measurements are on the recipes that we show after. So please follow that. Don't watch me right now because I'm just eyeballing it. So in with the sugar. Excellent. And then, as I said, it will need a bit of, it will need some flour. So let's add our bit of flour. This, when mixed with the juices of the fruit, creates a nice thick filling for our crumble. Oh, I can just taste this right now. Now the topping. Well, the topping will depend on, you know, are you a shortbread topping? Are you you can even, it's almost like a batter. You can even pour a batter into this and bake it off. There you go. So I've just decided I'm going to do a graham cracker and a bit of flour to create a nice topping that when you bake in the oven takes about 45 minutes. Got to kind of eyeball it. When you bake it in the oven, it's going to create a nice crust on the top. It'll be beautiful. The other thing too, I forgot my lemon squisher. So it looks like I'm going to have to do this by hand. Don't do what I'm doing with the knife. It's very dangerous, but I'm experienced. I am experienced. Oh, yeah, you might see a few war wounds on my hand because I burnt myself making pizza. So in with the lemon juice. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Do you see how much juice is already coming out? Mm-hmm. Oh, I know what I was thinking about. I was thinking about peach cobbler. Peach cobbler. That's one where you pour the batter over it. Okay, let's put this aside. We need to create our crumble. And here's my dish. In here I have my graham cracker crust. Graham cracker crust crackers. There we go. I am also going to go in with some sugar. Again, follow the recipe. Just a little bit of sugar. And then some flour. Just a little bit of flour. Measurements are, we do show the measurements. So those three go together. And then we're going to combine them all. And until they're well combined. Okay, guys? There we go. Perfect. I'm going to also go in with some cinnamon, and you can also add a pinch of salt. That's going to go in there as well. Perfect. And now for the fun part. We have to cut in the butter, which means you're going to take your butter, you're going to cut it into pieces. Room temperature's fine. I do prefer cold, but I mean, room temperature's fine. You really got to eyeball it. I'm assuming about a 1/4 cup, could be a little more. Now this is where you can use a pastry blender. I like to use my hands. And you're just going to grab the butter and you're just going to rub it into the flour mixture. Anyhow. So we're going to just keep doing this until you get a beautiful crumble. And what you're going to do is, once it's at the stage that you like it, let's do this. I'm just going to do a quick demonstration. You're going to cover the pie. There we go. We're going to cover the pie up. This is going to bake in the oven at about, I don't know, 350 for about 45 minutes. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed the summertime fruit special. And yeah, so you can contact me on Instagram. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a great day.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed by life's challenges? When you need support but don't know where to turn, just dial 211.